missing the legendary Lenny Dawson.
Well, if you want to know how you win a bunch of championships, watch this.
Hello everyone, welcome to Kansas Future. Today, Mahomes made some interesting statements, guys. He surprised me a lot. It is obvious that the team is struggling. He is a very good player and we cannot ignore his support. I know that he has a lot of fans and don't stop supporting this team. We will make this team champion this year, guys. Altogether, your support is very important. And now, let's move on to the developments. Mahomes says, I think it's going well with the treatment and the work we've put in. Obviously, it's a short amount of time, but I thought we had a good day yesterday and some good work after the game as well. It's a shorter week than normal. Your intention is to try and push to play on Saturday? Yeah, I think you have to. That's the reason you play this game, to push to play. I'll get to work at practice and try to push myself to see where I can get. At the end of the day, I'm not going to put our team in a bad position. If I feel like I can play and help us win a football game, I'll play. If I don't feel like that's the best case, I'll let guys like Carson step in. He's a guy who's won in this league as well. It's just about pushing it this week, seeing where I'm at, and making the best decision. Do you feel confident you can be honest with yourself about that? That you won't make yourself more vulnerable and can do the things you need to do? Yeah, for sure. We've put ourselves in a good position where, I guess I wouldn't say it's dire that I play. It's not like the AFC Championship game where we're playing to get to the Super Bowl. We have a little bit of room to spare, but at the end of the day, we're trying to win. I'm a competitor, and I want to go out there and play. I'll push myself to get to the best place possible over the next few days, and we'll make a decision then. How does it compare to the Jacksonville injury? It's similar, but the Jacksonville one was worse. That one was pretty significant. This one didn't feel good by any means, but with Jacksonville, the way I got caught was different. This time, I kind of got my feet out at the very end, whereas with Jacksonville, I didn't. This one has responded better and quicker. I'd say that's the best way to put it. But I want to be in a better spot than I was for the next game after Jacksonville, going up against the Bengals. I'll try to see if I can get there. When you're evaluating your own body, what do you need to feel to say you're good to go for Saturday? I want to be able to move. I want to get out of the way because this is a good pass rush and a good defense that flies around. You don't want to go out there and put yourself in harm's way. Obviously, it's football. You're going to take hits, but you want to be able to protect yourself. That's where I'm at. I don't want to limit the game plan either. That's another thing for me. I want to be able to move around the pocket so we're not just sitting in one spot the whole game and letting their D-line really get after it. It's about finding that balance and seeing where I'm at. Like I said, I won't know until closer to the end of the week. Do you expect to wait until Friday or even Saturday morning to decide? Yeah, we'll push through it. Coach Reed gave me the confidence to go out there, push myself, and see where I'm at. Carson will be ready to go as well. He prepares as well as anyone I've ever been around, and he's a guy who's played a lot of games. Coach will do a great job managing practice and getting both of us ready to go. My hope is that I can play, but like I said, we'll make the best decision by the end of the week. Does the fact that there's a game against Pittsburgh just a few days later factor into your thinking? Not necessarily. If I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I don't think that next game affects my decision. If I'm not ready, I'll have to wait and aim for that one. Regardless of when we play, these are important games. We're trying to win, secure that bye, and get to the second round of the playoffs. We've got 3 great football teams coming up, and I want to be out there. Patrick Mahomes says, we play 3 great football teams coming up, and I want to be as healthy as I can be and ready to play. What have you seen from Carson that gives you the confidence you seem to have in him? Yeah, I've seen him practice every single day, even back in training camp. Watching him practice, you realize the talent he has. He's the kind of guy you could see winning an MVP because of how hard he works and how talented he is. He gives our defense great looks by throwing really good footballs. He's a very talented player who works extremely hard, and he'll be ready if his number is called. When you had that playoff game against the Jaguars, I assume playing the following week prevented full healing. With the playoffs only 3 weeks away, is your primary objective to be healthy for the postseason? Yeah, in a sense. But the playoffs being 3 weeks away means if you win 2 games, you're likely going to have a long break, especially with that Week 18 game. Even if you're playing that game, you'll still have extended time off. So, as important as it is to get healthy, it's also crucial to secure the number 1 seed. If we can win these games against 2 great opponents, it will give us momentum heading into the playoffs and, hopefully, a bit of a break at the end. You talked about missing some shots. There were next-gen stats saying this was the most aggressive you've been this year. What did you think about that and why some of those plays didn't connect? We took some shots during the game. The one I really want back is the throw to JWT early. I think I forced it a little. If I had gone to the shallow crosser to Xavier, he might have scored. He's that talented with the ball. You want to be aggressive and take those shots downfield, but you also need to connect on them. When they're not there, you've got to check it down to the guys underneath and let them make plays. You saw Xavier on the throw I had to him down the sideline. Technically, it was a run, but he caught it and went down the sideline. He's talented enough to score on plays like that. What have you seen from Hollywood in practice? How close is he to being ready? He looked great. Coach spoke about it a bit. He didn't hurt his leg, so he's been out there moving around. More than anything, it's about him getting back into football shape. That's different from training on your own. It's also about him feeling confident enough to take hits again, which he's been cleared to do. He's getting more reps. You don't want to overdo it, but you want him ready to go when the time comes, and hopefully that's sooner rather than later. Andy gave us a preview, but from your perspective, what all went into yesterday after traveling on Sunday? How did that give you a chance to practice today? First, we did a little bit when we got back. You get back earlier with a noon game, so we started getting ready even on the plane. Once we got back, I was here pretty much all day yesterday. When you want to play and give yourself the best chance, you've got to spend the time. Luckily, I have a great wife who takes care of the kids while I'm in the building for 12 hours or whatever it is. Was it similar to what you went through back in January? Yeah, it was similar. You just have to put in the work and give yourself the best shot at being ready. Patrick Mahomes on his injury recovery. Yeah, I mean, you do similar stuff, but every injury is a little different. We worked on different things, starting with treatment to get it feeling good. Then we push it a bit, working on movement to make sure it doesn't get too stiff. I feel like it responded really well today. We'll push it a bit more on the practice field and see how it responds tomorrow, then go from there. On his recovery during the plane ride, I wasn't doing high knees or anything like that, Mahomes joked, referencing Russell Wilson's infamous in-flight workout. We did some movement drills, icing and stem treatment, but nothing too dramatic. We just wanted to keep it moving so it didn't get stiff. Commentary. Hey Chiefs fans, you probably heard the news about Patrick Mahomes dealing with that ankle injury. Not exactly what we wanted to hear with such crucial games ahead, but leave it to Mahomes to keep things light, even in tough situations. During an interview, Mahomes shared his recovery process and managed to throw a little shade at Russell Wilson's infamous high knees on a plane routine from 2022. While Wilson stretched and exercised in the aisle during a flight to London, Mahomes quipped, "I wasn't doing high knees or anything like that." Instead, he focused on practical recovery methods like movement drills and icing. Classic Mahomes, balancing humor and hard work like only he can. Poll question. Do you think Mahomes' laid-back yet determined approach makes him more relatable as a player? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Mahomes' leadership and recovery. While Mahomes jokes about skipping dramatic exercises, he's all business when it comes to getting back on the field. He's using movement drills and other methods to prevent stiffness, ensuring he's ready to lead the Chiefs without risking long-term damage. What would you do in Mahomes' cleats? Push to play this weekend, or take it slow to heal fully? Let us know in the comments, though we probably won't influence his decision. On Russell Wilson's in-flight workout, let's take a quick detour to revisit Russell Wilson's high knees on a plane. Back in 2022, Wilson made headlines for doing stretches and exercises for 4 hours during a flight, while his teammates tried to rest. His over-the-top dedication sparked plenty of jokes, including Mahomes' subtle jab. Would you want to be Wilson's teammate on that flight, or would you just pretend to be asleep? Be honest, drop your answer in the comments. Mahomes' holiday generosity. Speaking of leadership, Mahomes has been showing love to his offensive line with epic Christmas gifts. This year, each lineman received a custom Chiefs Red Yeti cooler packed with luxury leather cowboy boot, Oakley sunglasses, Whoop fitness bands, Adidas gear, Normatec elite leg compression systems, and to top it all off, a Rolex watch. Last year, it was custom golf carts. The year before, golf bags loaded with gear. Mahomes knows how to keep his O-line happy, and it's clear these gestures strengthen team unity. Which gift would you pick for yourself? The boots, the watch, or the swag-filled cooler? Let us know in the comments. Looking ahead to the Texans game, the big question, will Mahomes be ready to face the Houston Texans? If I feel like I can play and win a football game, I'll play. If not, I'll let guys like Carson Wentz step in, Mahomes said. It's classic Mahomes, team first while pushing to be ready. What do you think? Should the Chiefs rest Mahomes or let him play? Cast your vote in the comments and share your predictions for Sunday's game. The Chiefs' grueling schedule, is the NFL asking too much? If you think the NFL's year-end schedule is tough on fans, imagine how the players feel. DeAndre Hopkins of the Kansas City Chiefs didn't hold back his frustration with the grueling lineup his team is facing. After a dominant 27-17 win over the Cleveland Browns last Sunday, the Chiefs are now staring down an intense stretch, 3 games in just 11 days. They'll take on the Houston Texans this Saturday, followed by a matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers on Christmas Day. At a press conference on Thursday, Hopkins, a veteran wide receiver with 12 years of experience, voiced his concerns. The NFL talks a lot about player safety, but situations like this don't align with that message. Even head coach Andy Reid acknowledged the challenge, calling the schedule a unique situation. True to his style, Reid added, "You deal with what's in front of you. This is what we've got now, and it's about preparing the guys for the game." Patrick Mahomes defying all odds again. As if the schedule weren't enough, the Chiefs are also contending with a less than 100% Patrick Mahomes. The MVP quarterback sprained his ankle last Sunday, but has been fully participating in practice and is confirmed to play on Saturday. Mahomes himself has expressed concerns about the demanding timetable. While he loves playing on Christmas, he admitted, "This kind of schedule isn't easy on the body. At the end of the day, it's our job, but that doesn't mean it's easy." Still, Mahomes' determination to take the field despite his injury has left even Andy Reid in awe. "He amazes me every time. His mental toughness is incredible. A few days ago, if someone told me he'd be ready, I'd have called it a long shot. But here we are, and he's ready." Mahomes' resilience has become legendary in the NFL. While his 2023 stats, 3,108 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 262 rushing yards, aren't his most eye-popping, he does what matters most, win. The Chiefs currently lead the AFC with a 13-1 record, well ahead of the 11-3 Buffalo Bills. Should the NFL rethink the schedule? Hopkins' frustration with the schedule has sparked debate about player safety. 3 games in 11 days push teams to their limits, physically and mentally. What's your take? Should the NFL reconsider scheduling to prioritize player safety? Or is this just part of the job for professional athletes? Share your thoughts in the comments. Looking ahead to Saturday's game, the Chiefs face the Houston Texans this Saturday at 1 p.m. ET, broadcast on NBC. With the top seed in the AFC nearly secured, some are questioning whether Mahomes should play at all. Is it worth the risk to play him while injured, or should the Chiefs rest their star QB and focus on the bigger picture, the playoffs? Let's hear from you. What's your prediction for Saturday's game? Should Mahomes sit this one out, or is it full steam ahead? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on the Chiefs and the NFL. Chiefs fans, get ready. Hollywood Brown is set to make his debut. If you follow every move of the Kansas City Chiefs, get ready for a bombshell. This news will leave you on the edge of your seat. Wide receiver Hollywood Brown, one of the team's most exciting off-season signings, is expected to make his regular season debut this Saturday against the Houston Texans. Just weeks ago, it seemed nearly impossible. After a scary fall during a preseason game, early projections had Brown missing the entire season. But now, everything has changed. According to ESPN insider Jeremy Fowler, Brown's recovery has progressed at lightning speed. If he continues trending upward in practice, he'll be ready to suit up and make an immediate impact. Why this is a big deal, Hollywood Brown isn't just another player, he's a game changer. Here's why his return could electrify the Chiefs' offense. Elite playmaking ability. With 318 career receptions for 3,744 yards and 28 touchdowns, Brown is one of the league's most dangerous deep threats. His average of 11.6 yards per catch speaks volumes about his ability to stretch defenses. Perfect timing. As the Chiefs gear up for the playoffs, adding a weapon like Brown gives Patrick Mahomes another explosive option to dismantle opposing secondaries. Boost for team morale. When a star player returns earlier than expected, it energizes the entire roster. With Isaiah Pacheco dominating on the ground and Travis Kelce owning the middle, Brown's debut could be the X factor in Kansas City's playoff push. What to watch for on Saturday? Hollywood Brown's presence could transform the game in several ways. Opening up the field, Brown's speed will force defenses to respect the deep ball, creating more space for Kelsey in the run game. Mahomes' vision, Patrick Mahomes will have even more opportunities to showcase his creativity and exploit mismatches. Key matchup, the Texans' secondary will have their hands full trying to contain this revamped Chiefs offense. Your take matters. Do you think Hollywood Brown's debut could be the turning point in this crucial stretch of the season? Will his addition propel the Chiefs to new heights? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know your score predictions for Saturday's game. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on the Chiefs. Get ready, Chiefs fans, the countdown has begun. Hollywood Brown is ready to shine, and history is about to be made. Saturday promises to be an unforgettable day for the Kingdom. Go Chiefs!